Welcome to HD Rare Coins, your ultimate source for rare coins, fascinating history, and the thrill of discovery. From legendary pennies to hidden gems, we explore the world of numismatics one amazing coin at a time. In the vast world of numismatics, where history, art, and economics converge, some coins transcend their humble face value to become treasures worth small fortunes. Among the many fascinating pieces scattered across Europe's monetary history, few would expect a simple €5 coin from Spain, minted in 2006, to command a staggering price of $125,000. Yet, behind this seemingly ordinary coin lies a remarkable story, one of intricate design, historical backdrop, minting anomalies, and a growing collector frenzy that turned a lowly copper-plated steel disc into one of the most coveted coins in modern European numismatics. To understand how a coin like this could reach such extraordinary value, we must first journey back to Spain in the early 2000s. It was a period of great economic optimism, as Spain had fully embraced the euro just a few years prior, in 2002. The peseta had been retired, and the euro, in all its denominations, became the new symbol of European unity and modernity. Spain, as one of the Eurozone countries, began issuing its own uniquely designed euro coins, blending national identity with a shared European future. On the obverse of the smaller denominations, including the 5-cent coin, Spain featured a revered figure, Miguel de Cervantes, the father of the modern novel and the literary genius behind Don Quixote. His image, stylized and symbolic, graced millions of coins struck each year. The 2006 minting of the €5 coin was not intended to be anything extraordinary. It followed the same design format approved by the Spanish Royal Mint and the European Central Bank. The coin's obverse displayed the iconic bust of Cervantes, his name inscribed in elegant type, with the word España, and the mint year, 2006, encircled by 12 stars representing the European Union. The reverse followed the standard Eurozone design, a globe highlighting the European Union, designed by Luc Luix of the Royal Belgian Mint, flanked by the coin's value, €5, and 6 vertical lines crossing behind the globe, each ending in a star. At first glance, there was nothing to suggest this coin would stand out, but that's where the magic of coin collecting begins, because in a world where millions of coins are struck each year, it is the rare, the misprinted, and the mysteriously different that ignite excitement among collectors. It wasn't long before a few sharp-eyed numismatists noticed something off about certain 2006 5-cent coins from Spain. The differences were subtle but significant. For one, the alignment of the stars and the mint mark appeared to be slightly mispositioned. On closer inspection, some versions of the coin seemed to exhibit what experts call a double die effect, where the design elements appear to have been stamped twice, causing a slight shadowing or doubling, especially around the inscriptions and the stars. Even more fascinating, some specimens featured faint die cracks, giving the coin a unique surface texture that was entirely unintentional. Speculation about these peculiarities spread quickly through online forums and collector communities. Posts began appearing on Spanish and international numismatic message boards, describing the oddities of the 2006 Spanish 5-cent. Some dismissed them as common minting defects. Others, however, saw potential. Could these coins be part of a limited run? Perhaps an experimental die had been used? Or was it simply a rare mint error that escaped detection during quality control? The mystery only deepened when official records from the Spanish Royal Mint did not list any unusual die varieties for the 2006 5-cent piece. Yet, the visual evidence could not be denied. Some of these coins were undeniably different. Collectors began scouring their change, especially those living in or traveling to Spain, hoping to stumble upon one of these rare anomalies. Coin shops started seeing increased interest in low-value euro coins, especially those from 2006. The secondary market lit up with offers and discussions. Prices started modestly, $10 here, $25 there. But as the hype grew, so did the values. One of the confirmed error coins sold at a German numismatic auction for over €3,000, setting off a wave of international attention. American collectors, ever eager for unique foreign finds, jumped into the fray, and the coin began appearing at U.S. shows and online auctions. The design itself also played a role in the coin's growing appeal. Cervantes, the beloved literary figure, was not just a national icon, he was a symbol of timeless wit, philosophical reflection, and the enduring power of storytelling. Featuring his image on a coin added an emotional resonance that drew in collectors beyond the hardcore numismatic audience. Literature lovers, Spanish heritage enthusiasts, and even art collectors began showing interest. After all, owning a coin with Cervantes' likeness was akin to holding a piece of Europe's cultural soul in your hand. Over time, rumors emerged about an especially rare batch of these coins, struck with a slightly different die alignment that caused the stars around Cervantes' portrait to shift out of sync with the standard design. This alleged misalignment variant was said to be so rare that only a handful of known specimens existed. When one surfaced at a private auction in Barcelona in 2021, it sold for a staggering $75,000, stunning the numismatic community. This sale not only confirmed the coin's desirability but set a precedent that would fuel even more speculation and demand, but it wasn't just mint errors or design peculiarities that made the 2006 5-cent coin so valuable. Its scarcity on the market added to the mystique. Despite being a modern coin, it was incredibly hard to find in high grade. Most 5-cent coins, especially in circulation, suffer from significant wear. Their small size and copper coating make them prone to scratches, discoloration, and corrosion. Finding a mint-condition 2006 5-cent coin, especially one with the rare error features, became like finding a needle in a haystack. Grading services like NGC and PCGS began receiving more submissions of 2006 Spanish 5-cent coins. Of those, only a tiny fraction graded MS67 or higher, and even fewer had the documented die anomalies that collectors were chasing. In one notable case, a PCGS-graded MS68 example of the error variant was listed by a high-profile European coin dealer for over $120,000. It didn't take long for a private buyer to snatch it up. That sale confirmed what many had suspected: the 2006 Spain €5 coin had officially entered the realm of high-value collectibles. Let's pause for a moment and consider the irony here. A coin meant to be spent, lost in pockets or forgotten in coin jars, was now commanding the kind of prices usually reserved for ancient Roman aurei or American gold eagles. It's a testament to the unpredictable nature of numismatics, where modernity and rarity can sometimes collide to produce astonishing results. It's also a reminder to always check your change, because that ordinary-looking coin just might be worth a fortune, and so, the legend of the 2006 Spain €5 coin continues to grow. Collectors remain on the lookout, hoping to spot the telltale signs of the variant. Auctions now list this coin with great fanfare, and sellers proudly describe its features down to the last detail. Even counterfeiters have taken notice, attempting to replicate the errors to deceive unwary buyers, which has only increased the need for professional grading and authentication. As of today, the most pristine and rarest example of this coin, featuring the confirmed misalignment, double die markings, and flawless surfaces, has been valued at a jaw-dropping $125,000. For a 5-cent piece that once jingled unnoticed in Spanish pockets, that's a transformation worthy of a Cervantes novel itself. For many collectors, the story of the 2006 5-cent coin is more than just about the coin itself. It's about the thrill of discovery, the deep dives into minting history, and the allure of uncovering something rare in the most unexpected of places. It becomes a symbol of curiosity and dedication, where passion intersects with precision, and where every minute detail, from the curvature of a star to the faintest doubling of a letter, can mean the difference between a common coin and a six-figure treasure. As interest in the coin intensified, numismatic researchers began tracing its path through the Royal Mint's production logs. Though the Mint had struck millions of standard 5-cent coins in 2006, researchers believed the anomalies could be traced to a short period within that year, possibly a few days, when a misaligned die or a slightly rotated hub was used before the error was detected and corrected. Since no official Mint statements confirmed this, the community was left piecing together information from coin samples and auction listings. That detective work became part of the appeal. Enthusiasts examined photographs under magnification, posted side-by-side comparisons online, and shared microscope footage on YouTube, highlighting slight differences that could only be spotted by trained eyes. Some coins featured a faint, ghost image of the stars, almost as if the design had been gently echoed into the surface. Others displayed peculiar ridges where none should exist. Every variation added new fuel to the fire. In the world of numismatics, where passion meets precision and history echoes in every etched surface, there are stories that defy expectations. Some coins are born of gold and silver, their value made apparent by their composition. Others, however, begin life in the most humble form, a small copper-plated coin meant for everyday transactions. Among them, the 2002 Greece €2 coin stands out not because of its physical characteristics, but because of its incredible journey from obscurity to a collector's dream worth $143,000. It's easy to overlook a 2-cent coin. They're light, small, and often dismissed as loose change, jingling unnoticed in the bottom of purses, coat pockets, and forgotten desk drawers. But in 2002, when Greece officially adopted the euro and began minting its own coins under the shared European monetary system, a tiny piece of copper became the face of a new economic era, and, unknowingly, a future rarity that would captivate collectors decades later. To truly appreciate the tale of this remarkable coin, one must first understand the atmosphere in which it was created. Greece, at the turn of the century, was stepping onto the stage of European integration with hopes of economic stability and growth. The adoption of the euro was not merely a currency shift, it was a symbol of unity, of modernization, and of a desire to participate in a shared European future. The Greek government, along with the Hellenic Mint, was tasked with designing a suite of coins that would reflect the nation's rich history and culture while aligning with the aesthetic and technical standards of the Eurozone. Each denomination in the new Greek Euro series featured imagery chosen to represent different aspects of Greek identity. For the €2 coin, the design selected was that of a corvette, a small, agile warship known as the corvette of the 1821 Greek War of Independence. It was a nod to the nation's naval heritage, a crucial element in Greece's fight for liberation from the Ottoman Empire. This image, set against a sea of stars and numerals, was not just a tribute to the past but a reminder of Greece's resilience, bravery, and enduring spirit. The design was created by renowned Greek artist Takis Papagiannopoulos. His depiction of the corvette sailing proudly across the coin's face carried a dual meaning. It celebrated both historical legacy and modern progress. The intricate detailing of the ship, the surrounding stars symbolizing the European Union, and the inscription in Greek script gave the coin a distinct identity within the broader euro family. Though minted in massive quantities, it was these minute details, along with an unexpected twist in the minting process, that would eventually elevate a select few of these coins into the realm of legend. In 2002, several Eurozone countries did not yet have the infrastructure to produce their own coins at the scale required for initial circulation. Greece was one of them. As a result, the first wave of Greek euro coins was minted not only in Greece but also in other European mints, including those in Finland, France, and Spain. These foreign minted coins bore tiny identifying marks, almost invisible to the naked eye, that indicated their origin. While such mint marks are often regarded as mere footnotes, for the 2002 €2 they became the key to uncovering one of the most fascinating modern coin mysteries. Among collectors and researchers, it soon became clear that some 2002 Greece 2-cent coins exhibited anomalies. At first, the differences seemed trivial: slight shifts in the ship's mast, irregularities in the edge pattern, or stars misaligned ever so slightly. But as more examples surfaced, a pattern began to emerge. Certain coins, struck in one specific mint, featured a combination of anomalies that pointed to an incredibly rare minting error. These errors, possibly caused by die wear or misaligned hubs, created a unique appearance, something experts would later classify as a double die obverse and die clash, a pairing that is extremely rare in modern euro coinage. The discovery sent ripples through the numismatic community. Suddenly, a coin that had been largely ignored was in the spotlight. Forums lit up with discussions, posts, and side-by-side image comparisons. Collectors began digging through their collections and local coin shops, hoping to find one of these anomalies. Most came up empty-handed. The coins with these features were not just rare, they were exceptionally rare. The precise number minted remains unknown, but experts estimate fewer than 70 of the anomaly-bearing coins may exist in collectible condition. Authentication was key. Several of the most prominent grading services, including PCGS and NGC, confirmed the legitimacy of these minting errors. They assigned high grades to the finest examples, some even achieving the elusive MS68 or MS69 grade, which denotes near perfection in mint state coins. As these coins began to appear in auctions, prices surged. One particularly well-preserved example, authenticated and encapsulated in a high-grade holder, fetched over $50,000 at a European auction in 2019. Another surfaced at a private sale in Switzerland, commanding a price that stunned the community, $95,000. But the most valuable of all was yet to come. It wasn't until early 2024 that the numismatic world was rocked once again. A collector in Athens, who had inherited a large jar of early euro coins from his grandfather, submitted several pieces for professional appraisal. Among them was a flawless specimen of the 2002 2-euro-cent coin. On initial inspection, it seemed like a standard issue, but upon magnification, experts noted not only the telltale signs of the die clash and doubling but also an additional, previously undocumented anomaly, a partial off-center strike that exposed a segment of the coin's blank rim, making it visually distinct from any other known examples. The combination of anomalies made this coin unique. Not just rare. Unique. News of the find spread like wildfire. Offers began pouring in from private collectors, museums, and investment firms. An international auction was scheduled, and the coin took center stage in a gallery room filled with gold sovereigns, ancient drachmas, and historic medallions. But it was the humble copper 2-cent coin that captured the room's attention. Bidding was intense. Representatives from the United States, Germany, China, and the United Arab Emirates competed via phone and online. When the final gavel struck, the price had reached a stunning $143,000, an unprecedented figure for a modern euro coin of such a low denomination. The audience erupted in applause. The collector, visibly emotional, had just turned a forgotten keepsake into a piece of history. The 2002 Greece 2-euro-cent coin now holds a unique place in the pantheon of modern numismatics. It defied the odds. It transformed from the most overlooked of coins into a treasure, its journey guided by history, design, anomaly, and the ever-burning passion of those who seek the extraordinary in the ordinary. And while many continue to search for the next great coin story, few match the poetic elegance of this tale, a ship set adrift on the sea of time, carrying within it the spirit of a nation, and the secret to unimaginable value. With the record-breaking sale of the rare 2002 Greece 2-euro-cent coin, interest in modern euro coinage exploded across the globe. Collectors, investors, and even casual enthusiasts began to revisit their collections, reevaluate their pocket change, and study minting patterns with fresh intensity. Suddenly, what had once seemed mundane, tiny copper coins minted in the early years of the euro, were no longer dismissed as spare change. They became objects of intrigue, each carrying the potential of hidden value. This newfound enthusiasm prompted a wave of educational content, both online and in print. Books were published detailing the intricacies of euro coin mint marks, error classifications, and diagnostics for detecting rare variants. YouTube creators focused entire channels on European coins, breaking down differences in die strikes, edge designs, and engraver signatures. In Greece, where national pride in history and heritage runs deep, the 2002 2-cent coin gained cultural significance. News outlets ran feature stories about the remarkable discovery, and coin dealers reported a sharp rise in inquiries and appraisal requests. Academic institutions took notice as well. A university in Thessaloniki launched a small exhibition dedicated to the evolution of Greek currency, from ancient drachmas to modern euros. At the heart of the display, secured in a temperature-controlled case, was a replica of the now legendary 2002 coin. It became more than just an object of value. It was a symbol of how something so small could connect economics, history, art, and chance in one copper-plated disc. What makes the coin story so powerful is its accessibility. Unlike ancient coins locked away in museum vaults or gold pieces minted exclusively for elite collectors, this coin was born for everyday use. It was spent at bakeries and kiosks, dropped into vending machines, and lost in couch cushions. Its journey through the hands of countless people only adds to its mystique. How many had unknowingly held a fortune and let it slip away?